Welcome to Talking Pop Culture with a special top 5 edition. We have Rod from A.O.C, Aussie Omnibus. I always say that word wrong. Omnibus Collectors. How are you, Rod?
Good, mate. Good, mate. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Be sure, guys, if you haven't done so already, I'm sure you have, but please, if you haven't, go and hit subscribe to their channel. Check them all out on Instagram. They've got all their links on their channel and their videos. Man, they're awesome. I love their videos, so please go and do that. Let's build this community. Let's keep it going. Mark, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. Just before a grand final, I suppose. Now we just got to settle into the day nicely.
Well, this probably came out after grand final. Probably put it out on Sunday or Monday. So we'll pretend that Melbourne won and congratulations.
Yeah, well done, Gabby. Well done.
Now when this video comes out, if they lose, I'm my mates, because I got a lot of Melbourne mates. They're gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, put the miles on them.
We're gonna do a top 5 favorite wrestlers, whether now, past, present, whatever. But before we do, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. All right, well, Mark, who you got as your 5th favorite wrestler?
Our 5th favorite is pretty much my only really old one. Is Ultimate Warrior. So yeah. Well, looking at it now, he really wasn't that good. But I remember as a kid just eating it all up. Like, I was more a huge fan than I was Hulk Hogan, and just the way he looked. And geez, he was built like he was one big dude. I just remember loving Ultimate Warrior.
His promos were just off the wall. But as a kid, I didn't understand how bizarre they were. I just thought they were amazing.
Me neither. Yeah, you look at it now and you just go, I don't know if I like him as much as I did, but still, you can't take back what you used to like as a kid. Yeah, I put Ultimate Warrior there.
Yeah, I loved his energy. It was really good. Mark, Rod, sorry, who you got as your 5th favorite wrestler?
I thought I'd do. It's a bit of a flex, so I hope I'm not overstepping. But I thought I'd show as I reveal mine. I'm lucky enough to have signed Funko Pops of each of my top 5. So I thought I'd hold them up as a reveal.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, awesome.
So the Hulkster.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, he's my number 5. As a kid, I used to mark out so hard for Hulk Hogan. As a kid, I didn't really know them as faces or heels. They were good guys and bad guys. And when that real American music would hit, I'd be like, oh, here comes Hulk Hogan to just destroy everyone and, Hulk up and get a finger point. And it just, used to really, I'd run around the room with my brothers and we'd be like, oh, Hulkster's going to smash everyone. This is the best. So, he just from a childhood standpoint, he makes my top 5.
Nice. Well, my number 5 is actually someone that's wrestling now. Obviously you guys are going to, I don't know. You seem to be, I guess, older than me. I don't want to ask your ages, but I haven't got any of those old school kind of cats on there. But I'm putting CM Punk as number 5 because he's made me fall back in love with wrestling. He's made me, with his comeback at AEW, he's really made me fall back in love with wrestling and enjoy it and have those feelings that I had from the, mid 90s to the late 90s when I feel wrestling was at its top of its game. So CM Punk for me is at number 5. Mark, who you got for?
Number 4, I've got Triple H. So,
you know what? I've got him in number 4 as well. So,
okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've never been a massive fan, but he's just always been around and he's always been entertaining. He's been in the industry, it feels like, my whole life, pretty much, hasn't he? So, and he's had that many different characters. I really liked him as a bad guy best because he was a pretty evil-looking mother. So, just Triple H. Good showman.
I'll just go since we've got the same guy at the same number 4. But global warming, I'm sure. Did you guys go to global warming?
Yes. Yep.
I reckon I was the only one chanting Triple H because it was Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and The Rock, I think.
And The Rock, triple threat. Yep.
Triple threat, mate. Yep. Triple H, whether it was DX, the corporation, his stint in the corporation was really good. I loved him as a bad guy. I actually love the bad guys, man. I don't know why.
Too.
Right now, if people watch AEW, MJF is hands down the greatest bad guy, the greatest.
I love him. I reckon he's awesome.
Him on the mic is the greatest on the mic of all time. But Triple H, man, love him.
Yep.
Rod, who you got at 4?
My 4 is your 5, CM Punk. So just you said it all, but yeah, from when he did that pipe bomb interview, when he sat down, crossed his legs, and just did a shoot, half promo, and just ripped into everyone. He changed wrestling at that moment, and not many have done what he did. But yeah, that for that moment alone, he would have made my top 5. But yeah, just an absolute trailblazer, and it's so good to see him back.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, UFC career didn't go ahead to plan, but at the same time, I'm happy because he's back doing what he should be doing, and that's wrestling.
Yeah.
Number 3, Mark.
Number 3, I've got Christian.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So I've always been a bit of a Christian fan. The tag team matches, the ladder chairs, and that sort of stuff. And we had with all the Dudley boys and the Hardy boys and with Edge and stuff like that. And I've got a lot of books that revolve around Christian. And he's gone through they went through hell and back, him and Edge, just to get where they are and stuff like that. And all they ever wanted to do was wrestle. They didn't want to do anything else. And I think Christian's pretty good on the mic as well. Like, he's a bit of a smaller guy, which is always a disadvantage for wrestlers, but he just loves it so much, the industry. So, yeah, Christian's my number 3.
Very, very underrated. WWE didn't really use him to the capabilities that he had. Very underused. Rod, who you got at 3?
I got Break the Glass now. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. How could I not? This guy, I mean, his war with Vince McMahon and what they did together. Every week you would just tune in to Raw and be like, what crazy stuff, I don't know if we're going to swear, what crazy SH1T is Stone Cold going to do? The hospital bed, smacking Vince with the bedpan, driving the monster truck, the beers, all that stuff. It was just so exciting. It was thrilling. And right in the heart of that Attitude Era where he took Monday nights and made them fun every single week.
Hands down. Like, I've got him on my list. He's a bit higher up, but loved it.
Yeah,
loved it. Well, my number 3. Sorry, Mark. Who was your number 3?
Christian.
It doesn't matter who your number 3 was. Segueing it into that's my number 3. I know it's Christian, but I was just trying to set it up.
Yeah. All right.
The Rock. You gotta love The Rock. Not Rocky Maivia when he was that, but The Rock. Even I liked his Nation of Domination when he was there as well. But man, him and Austin had the best rivals. Even with Triple H, he had the best rivals.
Yep.
Just like when it came to the mic, he was unstoppable. Do you remember when he did that segment with all it was a fatal 4-way and he did like the big shows like Undertaker's like like he just done all those things. And he's in ring, like, all right, he didn't do all the crazy high flying moves, but man, just loved him as like his songs when he used to sing, and he can come back and still have it.
Yep.
No matter what. He does every now and again, doesn't he? He comes back and steals the show.
Yeah.
Who you got number 2, Mark?
I have got Kane, the big fella.
Oh.
Yeah. I always liked Big Kane. I heard he's probably one of the strongest wrestlers going around. In the weights room, he lifts like the most, and apparently really good. Everyone feels very safe with his moves, even though he's got some pretty big moves on him. Like, he can throw you around. Apparently he's really good technically, and everybody feels pretty safe. But yeah, I've always liked Kane. I've always liked the big, scary monster dudes. So yeah, Kane's always been good. Remember that time where he just kicks you and he slaps his chest, but it seems like you just go, oh, you got him good, but he makes it look so real.
Yeah.
I always loved his entrance song back in the day when it was Finger 11, the band Finger 11. I was a big fan of that band. So yeah, and the sparks would come out, and then he'd come out, and it was always awesome.
Remember that one where he his arm pulled a fire?
Yeah. Always scared the shit out of you when he came out too, but yeah. I've seen him live a few times, loved it.
Yeah, no, it was a good like having Undertaker and then him. Like, it was a good move. It was a smart move back then.
I really like the movie that he's in too.
Eyes.
See No Evil.
Yeah, Eyes. See No Evil. Yeah.
See No Evil. That's it. Yeah.
I purchased that, and it's an American copy, and it didn't work in my DVD player, so I had to go out and buy another DVD player just to watch it.
Yeah,
he works well as a big monster.
Number 2, Rod, who you got?
Yep. A guy who was one of the early WCW guys, and when they all kind of jumped ship, all the WWF guys, Hogan and Macho and Nash and Hall, all jumped over, he kind of had to reinvent himself because they were all coming into where he'd been the big dog, Sting. And Wolfpack Sting, just what he did, coming from the roof to doing the whole crow thing. I mean, he was a great technical wrestler, and I never thought when he was in Blade Runners and he had the face, I never really loved him as much. Once he reinvented himself like this, I was all in. I just thought, man, this guy's finally got the promo to go with the in-ring ability. And, loved him.
Well, my number 2, we've obviously covered because, we're all going to have the same thing besides Mark. I'm really liking Mark's out there, top 5. But Stone Cold was my number 2. I hated authority when I was that age and watching him. And, I used to tell teachers to go to hell because of him. Like, I got to admit, he did contribute to a lot of my rebellioususness. Yeah.
Smashing the beer, sculling it.
I'm telling you, well, haven't done it for a couple of years because bloody lockdowns, but at a party, you're guaranteed I'm smashing beers and doing that, I always do wrestling, acting out like a wrestler when I'm drunk. So that definitely does happen. Who's your favorite of all time, Mark?
Well, my one is kind of on the same road as Christian, but Edge. So I got Edge here, and I do have Christian here too. So yeah. Well, growing up, apart from Kane, they were my 2 favourites. Edge is probably one of my biggest heroes ever. Like, apart from Ben Wallace from the Detroit Pistons, probably my biggest hero, like inspiration. And I've got a lot of Edge's books. I love him on the mic. All his promos, whether he's good or bad, he can just do it. Like, and he's same as Christian. He just grew up loving it. It's all he ever wanted to be. He won a competition that got 6 months worth of wrestling. That's how he got in because he was so poor. And the only thing he wanted to do was buy his mum a house. That's all he wanted to do. He goes, I have to make it. He said to Christian, I have to make it so I can buy my mum a house. And they used to do like hitchhike from one state to the other, hitchhike for 8 hours, go to a wrestling gig, get $20 just to cover their meals, just to get themselves out there. And it was just, it's an inspirational story. I love how just everything about Edge, to be honest. I reckon he could be a good actor too, but he will never leave a wrestling. Just won't. Because it's just his passion. But I've always loved Edge so much.
Well, I'm just going by Rod's Instagram and Facebook and seeing his stuff. I'm worried that I know who his number 1 is, and I'm hoping it's not that. But
I don't think you do.
Who's your number 1?
I think this one's going to blindside you because I have to give apologies to The Rock. I wanted him in, but I just couldn't squeeze him in. I went with a guy. I think I'm going to surprise you. This guy, for me, was the best in-ring and one of the best on the mic. When I was a kid in the 80s, he was one half of the Rockers, and then he grabbed Marty Jannetty and he threw him through a barbershop window, and he made a heel turn, and it's the HBK Shawn Michaels. For me, this was the guy. I was heartbroken when he turned heel, but then through the 90s, week in, week out, with DX, with Triple H, with all the stuff he did solo and all the titles he won, the ladder matches with Razor Ramon, all that stuff. For me, I mean, he missed a lot of time with spine injuries and stuff, but he still is one of the all-time greats. And for me, he's the best. He's my all-time favorite. Used to have his theme song music, Sexy Boy. When I'd load up my old IBM computer, that I'd have to listen to the whole song before Windows would open. That was how I had it set. But HBK for me. I'm really intrigued to hear who you thought I was going to go. I don't think it would have been Shawn Michaels.
No, I thought you were going to go Cena.
Cena, I did tease Cena to you earlier.
I was like, no way, this guy. No way.
I did tease Cena.
I probably would have had Shawn Michaels at 6. I reckon.
Yeah, I had him at 6. But keep talking, guys, for like 1 second because now that you guys all showed your toys, I want to go grab my toy because I've got number 1 toy for him. So give me.
I'm actually trying to think who it could be because you've had a great top 4.
Yeah,
so I'm like, who have we missed? Maybe Oh, could be the Dead Man, maybe.
Yeah, Undertaker, you reckon?
Maybe. I don't know.
Doesn't fall in his criteria though, does it? At the moment?
Yeah,
My number one is.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly show you some toys that I got while we're doing it. I've got the Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Daniel Bryan.
That's not my number one.
Oh, it's not.
I've got Godfather. He's not my number one.
It's the Ho Train. Here comes the Ho Train.
I've got the King British boy, mate. British Bulldog. He's not my favorite.
Is it Colito? It's Colito, isn't it?
I've got Sid Vicious. Psycho Sid, sorry. He is not my favorite.
Shockmaster.
My favorite of all time. I had the little doll where you used to bend his arm and say, "Oh, you're breaking my arm." If you remember those toys, the little flushies. Rob's already said it. He made me fall in love with wrestling. Back when WCW was just on the ropes, he fucking carried that company. He stayed loyal. His TNA Joker version of his character was just freaking insane as well. Man, he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He made me fall in love with like wrestling, man, because I used to always watch WCW. It wasn't until that whole Attitude Era, Stone Cold and all that started, I then started watching both, because we didn't really get WWF. We got that WWF Superstars here, where, and it was just that 1 hour show where on TNT you got the full WCW 3 hours.
Absolutely,
man. When that time he came in and pretended he was black and white NWO, and he rips it off and he's the Wolf Pack. And man, I remember one of the pay-per-views, Slat Nuts or something like that. It was a 4-way for the titles. Him,
Jeff Jarrett.
What's his name? Jeff Jarrett. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Man, Sting, like, dude, and watching AEW and watching him guide this Darby Allin is just, man, I love him. I love him. Like, he's just. Me and my mates, every time we play wrestling, it was like, no, I've got the Scorpion Deathlock finisher. No, I do. Not saying that I condone wrestling. Don't try it at home, but I'm curious to know, did you get all those pops signed at Go Figure? Because I know the wrestlers go there a lot.
No, some I've met, some I was lucky enough to meet, and then a couple. There's some in America at the moment, especially with lockdown. There's a lot of mailing signings, so you can mail your pop. That, like, I'll show you. They authenticate it, so you'll see HBK there. You'll see the sticker on the side. So, and they'll send you that on the side and a little card, and you can go online and you can actually see the superstar sign, so you know it's all legit, all above board. They've actually signed them. So yeah, you pay a little bit of a premium because they're doing all the work for you. But yeah, it's a great system, and one that I've used many times with the wrestlers. Yeah. You can get stuff signed. You can get action figures signed, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I might have to look into it. Well, there you have it. That's our top 5 favorite wrestlers, guys. If you're wrestling fans, let us know in the comment section below what your 5 favorite are. Let us know how you feel about our top 5 favorite. I'm very surprised Undertaker didn't make it into anyone's top 5.
Yeah.
I'm very shocked on that.
Yeah.
Very shocked Mark put Kane before Undertaker, but hey, everyone has.
I'm a big red monster.
Well, that's it. Everyone has their loves and likes, and you know what I mean. Everyone's going to be different. So let us know in the comment section below. Like I said, if you haven't done so, head over to A.O.C. Aussie Omnibus Collectors. Hit subscribe. If you haven't talking pop culture, hit subscribe. Enjoy the video. Give it the thumbs up. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Please take care, not only of yourselves, but each other. And we'll see you soon.